You really must stop trying so hard. Trying is incredibly trying, isn't it? Even the word, when you say it, oh, trying. And we are taught that in order to succeed at life, we must try, we must struggle, we must action, action, action. Exhaustion is normal. It's a normal thing now, isn't it? Normal to ask someone how they are, and if we don't get the generic fine, then we get the tired. And actually, there is another way. But you have to be willing to give up trying. You have to be willing to give up efforting and pushing. You have to be willing to give up focusing on all of the doing, all of the action in order to get you somewhere. And this isn't about not doing anything. It's about who you're being in the doing. Because every single action will drain you or nourish you. Drain you or nourish you. And sometimes it can be the same action. It's the energy behind, it's who we're being in the process that will determine the result that we get. We find this in our parenting, right? Or I do. There are times when the kids might ask me to play something and I'm not fully in it. I haven't filled my cup to overflow in that moment, and I feel the tryingness of it, right? It feels a bit trying. There's an element of obligation attached to it. And so I'll sit down on the floor and I'll be there, and I'm not fully in it, and my mind is on the dishes and my mind is elsewhere. Happens. And when I catch that, I get to shift it. Because when we're in an action and the action is feeling heavy and the action is feeling draining, our life, our circumstance is feeling draining, the only problem that we're having, don't do this normally, I don't know why I did this, but there you go. The only problem is our thinking about the circumstance. Reality itself is neutral in its unfolding. And it's our thinking about what is happening that will create this energy of feeling trapped, caged in a situation, or feeling free. And we see this within relationships everywhere, right? Where somebody can feel incredibly limited, trapped by the commitment. We don't want that commitment. No, get that away from me. It's a prison. And other people who feel safe and liberated and free within that context. So can you start to see and know that the circumstance is what we create it to be? And there are some areas where I've absolutely nailed the surrender element, and the giving up of the trying is what I mean by surrender. The really settling into the present moment and embodying love and my own value within that within that context, within being a mum, being a friend, being in the world. Lots of areas that I feel really grounded. And there are other areas where very sneakily I'll start to come into this push energy. I want to get into the doing. I want to create a result through my action, even though I know better. But we all have this stuff. It doesn't matter if you are brand new to the inner game, the drawing the focus from the outside world and into yourself, and realizing that actually I am the source of my experience of life. I get to shift my experience of life. I get to reclaim my power and choose to do that over and over again. And it all comes down to really recognizing the thinking that we're having around a situation and noticing, is this feeling heavy? Am I feeling stuck? Am I feeling hopeless, helpless, trapped by what's going on here? And if the answer is yes, then a shift in thinking about that, capturing the thought that is creating that experience and releasing it. Just in the capturing and the questioning of it. There's lots of ways. There's so many ways for you to come back to your truth, your center. Your truth, in my experience, in my opinion, is that we're meant for joy. We're meant to have fun. Life is easy when we let go of the thinking and the ideas that create heaviness, that create problems. And does that mean there's no challenge? No, there's challenge. And the challenges don't actually present as problems. Even in the challenge, we can come into this state of surrender. And when we do that, we can receive a level of support and a level of love that it's frankly undescribable. I am amazed at the capacity that I have to hold a loving space in challenge. And it's simple. It's really simple once you start, I should say, it's always simple and it's not always easy until you get used to flexing your surrender muscle. It's like anything when we start something new. We want to start with the baby weights, right? If you're at the gym, you've never been before, you're not going to go and lift the 100-pound, however many kilos dumbbell. You're going to start off lighter. And in time, it's going to build up. And so to practice this surrender stuff, this ability to create ease in any moment, you get to start small. Start with the little irritations. Be consciously relaxed. Relax your body, relax your shoulders. Really embrace the present moment as it is. And if you feel resistance, then relax around the resistance. It's a constant choosing and a willingness. It sounds so simple, right? How do I have a more easy life? Relax. It's like a red rag to a bull. My ex-boyfriend used to say that to me, and I was just like, oh! And that was before I was in this work. I didn't realize how profound he was being in that moment. Just relax. And that is all there is to it. It really is. Relax your thoughts. How do I do that? Focus in on your breath. Play with the idea that what you're thinking in that moment isn't an absolute truth. Because everything you experience is through your own perceiving. Like we were saying at the start, everyone has their own experience of the same life event. And so when you can start to see that, then you really get to know that just because I'm thinking a thought, it doesn't make it true. Most of the thoughts that we think, they're recycled. They're not even ours. They come from ideas that we've picked up along the way. Our subconscious mind. Most of these ideas are embedded secretly, sneakily, by the age of 7, and we have no awareness. They're not front and center. And they're what's creating the results in our life. So we come to life and we come into struggle and we want to action the external world and manipulate and change it according to the way that we want it to be, and the focus is in the wrong direction because it's not outside in. Fixing the outside isn't actually going to create a lasting and fulfilling result on the inside, and you know this because every time you've got to a place that you thought would make you happy, you thought would be the thing, it's never been the thing. There's always another thing. And it gets draining because we're trying so hard. And shifting the focus in and coming from a place of being fulfilled, we're still actioning, we're still moving into more. We're still being in the world and creating more from a place that's energizing and exciting because you already have everything you need right here and right now. I'd love to know what you hear in this for you. I'd love to know your experience of this for you. So leave me a comment down below. I am sending you so much love. I will speak to you soon.